Protein is arguably the most important nutrient when it comes to building muscle and strength. But how much do you need? And how important is it really? Well, I decided to track my food and eat at least 200 grams of protein every single day for 30 days. And what happened was absolutely eye-opening. Check this out, but you gotta focus. We all have heard the golden rule from the Encyclopedia of Bro Science, and that is to consume at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight in order to optimally build muscle. Now, according to various studies published in the Journal of Sports Science, it was determined that athletes could consume around 0.6 grams of protein per pound of body weight to 0.86 grams of protein per pound of body weight for optimal athleticism and muscle protein synthesis, with protein occasionally being bumped up to 0.9 grams per pound of body weight when the amount of intensity was high enough to require the extra building blocks. Keep in mind these suggestions derived from this study are all less than the bro science suggestions. So myself, at the beginning of this experiment, weighing in at 195 pounds, 200 grams of protein every day would be over both recommendations. So why then did I choose 200 grams? Well, that is merely for consistency. After the first couple of days of weighing out and tracking my food to be sure I was getting at least 200 grams of protein, I quickly realized how little protein I must have actually been eating before this challenge.
Logging out, tracking, and eating at least 200 grams of protein a day has made me realize that previous to this experiment, I have been eating way less than 200, like way less. Probably most of the time around like 120 grams a day, with an occasional like high day just from eating a lot of calories in general.
I estimated I was taking around an average of 120 grams of protein a day before this experiment, but on some days I was taking in even less than 70 grams of protein per day. So after eating 200 grams of protein every single day, in only about 5 days I started to notice some positive changes. I felt like my skin was looking tighter and my muscles felt denser. I also felt an increase in strength and energy on my compound lifts, and I felt like I was able to maintain good form easier.
So just got out of the gym, getting in a post-workout protein shake right here. So doing this on the road, not waiting until I get home, just so maybe when I get home I can have like another small meal, because it's so hard to just put so much food and protein, especially on the stomach, such a short time frame.
I also realized that in order to get at least 200 grams of protein every single day in, it helped to spread my protein consumption out.
Just a midday snack, some chicken sausages, and I'm gonna put like a couple eggs in there. Just eat it up. Protein.
When I started this challenge, I was getting the abundance of my protein from mainly animal products, but I started to strategize more and found out that certain plant products like sprouted grain toast or noodles and other vegan options combined with the animal protein helped me get in more protein throughout the day easier so that I could hit that 200 gram mark without just eating so much chicken breast or cod all the time. Now, the main argument against plant protein when compared to animal protein is that most plant protein lacks the complete amino acid profile, specifically lacking methionine, lysine, and tryptophan. This means lower protein synthesis. However, it is possible to combine different plants to make up for these lack of nutrients and achieve a complete amino acid profile. Or, like in my case, if I was just having a variety of food, both plant and animal protein, I figured I was getting all the essential amino acids regardless. And by day 12, I couldn't help but notice my body composition was undeniably looking harder and more muscular than day 1. 200 grams of protein every single day seemed to be working phenomenally. Excited about the positive changes, I continued to power through this experiment, but then things started to turn.
So today is like the first day I really just haven't felt like eating any protein. As you can see, it's like almost 2 p.m. right now, and I've eaten, but just like fruit. Anyways, I gotta get the 200 grams in, so got some cod cooking up, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, ew, that's absolutely disgusting. Why would you not choose something that tastes a little bit better if you're getting sick? Well, that actually, to me, right now, this is what seems like is gonna taste the best. On the side, strategically, what I'm choosing to put isn't rice, but peas. Peas are higher in protein than rice, so, well, at least calorie per protein. Yeah, right?
Probably.
We're gonna get this down because other than just not feeling like any more protein, I've been feeling pretty good, like strong, and I feel like my body composition's looking a lot better, so we're gonna power through. You know, that's what it takes sometimes. I'm just thankful to have access to such high quality food right here. So, boom. Positive attitude, all right.
Now, it might seem like, oh boo-hoo, you don't feel like eating protein, just get it in, bro. But when I say I didn't feel like eating protein, I really did not feel like eating protein. It felt like protein was coming out of my breath and I could taste it. You probably had to experience this before to understand what I'm trying to say. All I wanted to do was eat like fruit for an entire week straight, but I did my best and got it down. And to finish up the last 10 days of this 30-day challenge, I eventually got into a rhythm of eating that I found favorable.
Good morning, guys. So I want to take you through a full day of eating 200 grams of protein. So for breakfast, I have 5 hard-boiled eggs. I'm going to eat all of it. And then I have an orange chopped up, 2 servings of oatmeal with a little bit of maple syrup and some coffee. Boom. Just got done with the workout where I'm going to have my next meal right here. A serving and a half of chocolate protein powder with a banana. Don't make too much of a mess. Boom. Back from the gym, so I'm gonna have a leftover meal right here. 8 ounces of turkey into these turkey patties like this. 8 ounces of Yukon Gold potatoes boiled, and some cauliflower on the side with a little hot sauce. Protein. Now I'm eating just a random pear that I chopped up right here. Just a snack while I cook some dinner, which I'll show you in a minute. All right, it's dinner time. For dinner, I have a half a cup of rice, 8 ounces of ground beef, chopped up garlic and Parmesan cheese on there. I know it sounds kind of gross, but I'm telling you that pairs up amazingly. And then I have this coleslaw salad on the side. An Italian Mexican fusion. So surprisingly, I didn't need any more protein for today. So I made this anyways because I'm still kind of hungry. This is just like a fruit bowl. Just a little bit of whole milk in there, some blueberries frozen, a banana frozen. Usually I might add whey, but I really didn't need any more protein. And that's my final meal right there. It was a lot easier to hit 200 grams of protein today than other days where I try to put it into a smaller window. Eating the more frequent meals makes it a lot easier. And we did it. There it is. I'm gonna enjoy this, all right.
Powering through eating similar to this for the next several days, I eventually completed eating 200 grams of protein every single day for 30 days. So were there visual results? What about other observations I noticed? Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been over 30 days since I started eating 200 grams of protein every single day, so let's take a look at the before and after photos. At first glance, to me, it looked like I was a little bit rounder in the shoulders in the before picture compared to the after, but I think it's just due to inconsistencies in my posing. At closer glance though, it looks like my waist is actually a little tighter in the afters, and in my opinion, it looks like I'm a little bit denser and leaner in the afters. However, it doesn't look like I put on any significant amount of mass to my upper body. However, if I look at my lower body, it does look like there might be a slight improvement in my legs. Now, honestly, in my opinion, looking at the before and after side by side, I'm not as impressed as I thought I would be. And that is surprising to me because on day 12 of this experiment, it actually looked like for some reason I peaked. Maximal bigness, fullness, dryness. So why did it seem like I made some crazy improvements and then maybe it kind of plateaued and maybe I kind of lost some by day 30? Hear me out, it's a little complicated, but it's actually really simple at the end of the day. First of all, I think I was chronically eating too low of protein for a long period of time. Yes, there were some days, some challenges in there where I ate like, well over 200 grams of protein a day, but it was very inconsistent. And I think that inconsistency over a long period of time, 2 to 3 years, kind of led me to maybe losing some muscle mass, maybe not being as optimally performing as I wanted to be. Because after the first few days of doing this experiment, I noticed that I felt better, I started to look better, and like I just mentioned, by day 12, I was like, holy crap, they're not gonna believe you're just eating 200 grams of protein a day. That was literally the only change I did to my diet for those 12 days. If you think about it though, that is kind of a big change going from like, anywhere between 70 and 150 grams to consistently eating 200 grams of protein every single day. So I think I got these like new beginner gain results. What then did happen between day 12 and day 30? Why didn't I keep making progress, and why did it maybe even kind of go back down a little bit? Well, looking at my overall calorie consumption from day 12 to day 30, I kind of realized I was eating in a slight deficit, which probably led me to getting leaner, possibly maintaining that muscle mass and looking denser, but maybe losing some fullness, potentially in the shoulders and some other muscle groups by the end of this experiment. All in all, in my opinion, I do look leaner, I do look harder, and my strength on all lifts, even though being leaner and harder, went up. Now, another thing you might be wondering is 200 grams of protein every single day for a person who weighs around 195 pounds too much? Well, in my opinion, maybe it's slightly too much. Excess protein in the diet, to a certain extent, if not excreted, is used as energy through a process called gluconeogenesis, which is essentially just turning stuff into glucose, sugar, to be used as energy. So it's not like it's just essentially wasted, but it's also used as energy, like calories. And keep in mind that if I ate too many calories, whether that be protein, fats, or carbs, at the end of the day, too many calories is going to lead to weight gain. So what I'm going to do from here on out is I'm going to be more conscious of eating more protein on a daily basis consistently, rather than having these crazy fluctuations of 50 grams one day, 160 grams the next day. What I'm planning to do from here on out is eat at least the minimum amount of the maximum amount recommended by the studies that I found on the internet. So what I'm saying is I believe the top tier of recommended protein based on the studies was 0.86 grams per pound of body weight, which for me, if we take 195 pounds times it by 0.86, we get about 168 grams of protein. So you know what, we'll just round that up to 170 grams of protein. So I'm gonna try to eat around 170 grams of protein every single day rather than having these crazy fluctuations. How much protein do you think works optimally for you or for me or for anybody on a daily basis? Give me your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope it was entertaining. Don't forget to subscribe, turn those notifications on. I hope you all have a great day. Peace. I will see you all in the next video.